What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Another video today. I think we're gonna do something different today. Let me do my opinions on a game that as you can see that I have on the channel a lot. One of the characters is in the background, as you can see, Futaba Sakura. I'm gonna give my opinions on Persona games, and I'm gonna try to do it the best way I can. And of course, you always have the freedom to put your comments down below, as long as it's constructive criticism and positive. But I'm gonna try to do a different video today, and we're gonna try to do my take on what I feel like with P3, P4, and P5. And I'm gonna do the best editing I can, but disclaimer, I am not the greatest editor in the world, so you guys gonna have to deal with it. If you get some tips, hey, give me some tips. I just put it down in the comments and we'll go from there. So my take on the Persona series, I wasn't the biggest Persona fan till maybe recently. Like I said, as you can see, I got Persona always on my it's music. Well, because it's easier for it not to get copyrighted. Persona music for some reason don't get copyrighted. A lot of video game music don't get copyrighted in videos, so that's why I also put it in the backgrounds a lot. Not just because I like Persona, but just for that reason. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Persona. I only got into the Persona when I got my PS5. They gave Persona 5 free as for the people that just got the PS5 when they had that before they made the new membership. And I'm like, my friend tell me about it, but it was so weird how the game was telling me this character doing this and this character doing that. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know. Like, the trailer looked good for P5 back in the day when PS3 was out, but I was like, nah, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But it was free. I said, why not? What the hell? Let's just try it out and see. When I tell you, that game got me hooked. Persona is actually a good game. Like, it's really, 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 really made well. And when Kamoshida made Suzui, jump, and I ain't gonna get too far into spoilers and stuff because some people haven't played it. Hey, you need to try that game. That game is a really good game. But when she did that, just the only spoiler I'm gonna give, yeah, that got me hooked. I had to see that man. We had to beat that man up. I can't say the words I want to say, but we had to end that man. We had to end that man. So, but let's just talk about the 3 games of Persona, and let's see how the video does as well. Persona 3. Now, I'm going to say which one has the better gameplay, the better story, and the better character development. And I'm going to go in the order of, 3, 4, and 5. For 3 is the better story. And I'm going to explain why. With Persona 3, don't get it wrong, 4 and 5 has a great story. I love both of them regardless. Like, I just finished 4, and I have never played 4, and I just finished Persona 4 Golden. Phenomenal game as well. But the story seems more interesting and more impactful in 3. The seriousness of Makoto, trying to save the world and stuff. It just seems more like the story just really runs well together. Like what happened with Tartarus, the Dark Hour, and things like that. Like, so I'm trying to not spoil it too much for you guys. I hadn't even finished P3 yet because I'm still playing it. You see where I'm at in August now. I'm still playing the game, so I'm trying to finish this. This is the base model Persona 3, so yeah. But I'm gonna try to do FES later and play that as well. But I wanted to play the base model because I already started P3. So yeah, but the story is a lot better. Like, the pacing of the story, the way the game plays of the story is really more interesting. Now, P4 is great, but P4 is more jokey, same as P5, and it's nothing wrong with that, nothing at all. It was actually, they all worked good together. But P3 story seems so serious and seems so right that it just got a really great story. Makoto risked his life to save the world, and things like that. But I'm not gonna spoil the end. I'm trying my best not to spoil it. Hey, we got 10,000 yen. But the story itself is really amazing. Like, the characters are amazing. The way it told, the seriousness of the full moon. As you can see, I got 17 days left in that. Things like that. It's a really great story. Now, 4 and 5 story is great as well. It's serious, especially in 4. I mean, you had 2 people that were offed off. through the fog and stuff like that, and that's serious. I mean, who wouldn't take that serious? But it's a lot of jokiness, especially with Teddy and the rest of the gang and stuff. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see where it's coming from. And then P5 story, you're telling your story from what happened to you until the side. You got to the jail, and it still got some jokey elements because of Ryuji, but it's still a good story. It just 3 stories seems like the better story overall. And then the world itself for a PS2 game is pretty impressive, as you guys can see. I don't know why I went back up, but it's an impressive story. Like the characters, like I said, they all got a good story. They got good development. Now, whether they had the best development, I can't really say that because I got my opinions on that. But the personas itself in P3 are nice. I mean, you see them in P4, you see them in P5. Some of them you don't see. I mean, of course, we see Lynn Sid. She's in P4 and 5. Arobus is in P5, of course. Sarasvati, I think I see her. I don't know if I see her in P5. I know I see her in P4, but I don't remember seeing her in P5. He's in there, but it's a few personas that you don't see. A few monsters you see that you don't see. Like they are probably in P5, but I haven't gotten every persona. I gotten maybe 60 to 70% of personas in P5, but some of these I know they're not in it. But either way, the game's still good. So but story wise, I'm gonna say Persona 3 has the better story. Just by the way the games is. Now, game is PS4. I mean Persona 4. Persona 4 is a really decent game. Like I said, just finished the game a couple months ago. Actually enjoyed the game. You see dear old Nanako sitting here watching TV. Really good game. Seriousness of the depths with the fog and Inaba. And yeah, it's like I said, it's like I was saying earlier, it is a serious game, but it's a lot more jokier. But I can say one thing about P4, the chemistry between the team is a lot better. So I give P3 the story, but I give Persona 4 the characters. What's the word for it? The characters work together really well. I can't think of the word. The chemistry. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Chemistry really works well with P4. Their chemistry is better than P5, and their chemistry is way better than P3. P3, Mitsuru, Junpei and them, they're cool. They care for each other, but then they're standoffish. Like if you went back to say, hey, we beat the game, we already know what happened to Makoto. After a few years after that happened, do you see any of them get back together and hang out and be cool? No, not really. Like, yeah, they might think about each other in the times they had, but I don't see Mitsuru going back talking to Yukari and them no more. At least with P4, with Yu Narukami, they actually came back to hang out, and they still continue to hang out. They built the real bonds and friendship. Not saying P5 haven't did it, and not saying P3 haven't did it either, but P4, you really can see the chemistry really works well together. Like, their chemistry syncs. And then it's a beautiful world, a small countryside in Inaba. The main character goes from the big city to a small countryside. P3, the character comes from the countryside. Let me see what. See, you go to I think he come from a big city as well. That part I don't know for sure, but yeah, you come from the big city, you go to Inaba, and you live your little life through there, just try to stop the fog. Of course, there's a lot to the game. A lot of people do know the villain, but you also need to play the rest of the game to understand why he was the villain, and understand what happened after that, and what happened with the Velvet Room and stuff like that. But the characters really work together, from Rise to Yosuke and Chie and all of them. They are really they really care for each other a lot. Their chemistry really works really good. I mean, Chie really tries to protect Yukiko a lot. Yosuke is the bro, just like Junpei and Ryuji. But Yosuke really is the bro. I mean, he's funny. You know, he has his moments and quirks and stuff. And then, you know, and like you said, so like I said, Robust and all of them are still in the same game. Now, Izanagi was a new addition for you, but as you can see, it's different personas, a few different personas in this game. So, but when it comes down to chemistry, I'm gonna give it to the P4 gang. The P4 gang, their chemistry is a lot higher and more matched, especially after Persona 5. Persona 5, they was a good crew. Now I would have put them up there, but after that one scene, after the Shido arc that everybody hates, yeah, they kind of messed that up for themselves. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. So P4, character development, well, not character development, but character chemistry. Now on to Persona 5. Alright, so with Persona 5, I'm gonna give the gameplay. The gameplay is unmatched out of all three of them games. There's just no arguing with me on that one, because Persona 5 has the better gameplay, the better graphics, the better dungeon. The game in total is way better on Persona 5 than it is on any of the other ones. Really, Makoto? Really? You know what? I might clip that and put that in the video. I'm gonna have to clip that one. Yeah, we got dear old Makoto trying to chase and find out who the Phantom Thieves are. So yeah, but what we got going on, Makoto? What we got going on? All right, I'm gonna clip that one. But yeah. So Phantom Thieves story is a lot. The character development is actually a lot better than P5 to me, because of how they changed, you know, from being the unpopular girl to because of her looks and stuff, and they all thought she was Kamoshida's girl and this and that, and she had to learn to love her beauty and love herself and stuff like that. And same with Futaba being, you know, thinking that she was the cause of her mom's death and things like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to spoil too much of the game, but if you play the Persona games, you should know already. If you haven't, like I said, you need to play these games. These games are great. Of course, you know, like I said, character development and the gameplay, I gotta get that to P5 hands down. No if and a but. You know, even though they, you know, the base model games like Haru, you see Haru in the back, they didn't give her screen time, but they tried to give her screen time in the Royal version. Small stuff like that, like they try to, you know, they try to fix it a lot. And Royal was a real great addition, just like FES is a great addition for 3 and Golden is a great addition for 4. It just works really well with 5, because there's a lot of issues with the dungeons to me, and I'll say that for another video. But the dungeons itself, they do have issues where it gets tedious and boring, especially Tartarus. Tartarus is so boring in P3, the base model. Now maybe in FES it worked out a lot better. I don't know, because I didn't play FES yet, but I know for a fact in P3 base model, Tartarus is boring. Like, I'm getting through there, yeah, I'm doing what I gotta do. The game and story is still fine, but that dang dungeon, it ain't it. I'm just gonna tell you straight out, that ain't it. But the game still is fun, but that dungeon is just not it. But like I can see, you can see Tokyo. I mean, you can see how Tokyo kind of looks like this. They did a real good job of depicting the, you know, the actual Tokyo and Shibuya and stuff like that. So all in all, Persona 5 is a really great game. Now, like I said, this is the first of many videos I might start doing on Persona if I get enough views on the channel for this. And then, like I said, I always give you an opinion down in the comments down below. But that being said, P3 has the better story, P4 has the better character chemistry, and P5 is everything else, gameplay and all. I mean, it's unmatched. And then especially with Royal, and also, you know, the Phantom Thieves still hanging out with each other even to today, because Strikers came out, and even after Strikers, you see what we got coming up next month, P5 Tactical. Come on now. The Persona 5 game is still one of the greatest games out of all the Persona teams. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, the chemistry, like I said, I give it to 4 because they had no business of doing Ryuji like that in P5 at all. After that Shido situation, when they I mean, he saved everybody, and they gonna beat the man. Don't do that. Why would you do that? That's one of the goated characters on the game. He's not even my favorite character, but he is a goated character, you know. And that's crazy that they did that man like that, you know. So, but hey, what can you say? But this is gonna end this video on this note. Like I said, if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. Hey, if you want to talk more about the Persona series and you want me to make more videos on Persona, hey, you know where to find me. At the end of the day, nah, I'm not gonna say that because I'm still on my other save file. But like I said, if you guys want to talk more Persona or any other games, I'm thinking I'm just gonna try to start talking more about separate games and stuff, just to make it more interesting, or at least to have something on the channel for you guys to at least be watching. Because I appreciate y'all for subscribing, and the fact that y'all subscribing and I'm not putting any content on the channel that's not good. So hey, I gotta do something for you guys. Like I said, I still gotta try to figure out these giveaways and stuff like that. It's kind of rough when your financial situation going on and getting hacked by other companies and other things and people trying to steal your money and stuff. But that's another discussion for another day. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Share, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I try to do emulation, games, testing devices, testing equipment, testing just whatever, what I feel like testing. If there's anything in particular that you guys just want to see, gameplay wise, gaming, handhelds, kitchen items, home items, anything, or you just want to have a discussion, always write it down in the comment section. Keep it positive, guys. Keep it positive. And check out the poll that I put the other day in the community tab. It is a poll trying to figure out which device I'm gonna get next. And yeah, check that out. Vote on it. Let me know why you think you should get it. And you know, there you have it. Until the next video, you guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Peace.